And I wanted to just tell you a few things before we call up our speakers. Since 2001, credit unions across the country have supported the annual Credit Union Cherry Blossom 10-mile run and 5K run walk, helping to donate over $8 million for Children's Miracle Network hospitals across the country. Just last year, the 2016 Credit Union Cherry Blossom Race helped to donate over $505,000 to benefit hospitals in local communities across America, including our local Children's National Medical Center right here in Washington, D.C. Congressional Federal Credit Union and the U.S. Senate Federal Credit Union have joined forces to sponsor the Capitol Hill competition, the congressional race within the Credit Union Cherry Blossom 10-mile run and 5K run walk. There's a lot of big words in there. The competition among congressional offices is a time-honored tradition, and this year, 540 Capitol Hill staffers and 43 teams will compete in the race. We want to give a special thank you to the over 196 honorary race chairs who continue to support the race in efforts to help lead the fight for children's health. I'm always really interested to know what the names of the teams are, because there's some good ones there too. We are honored to have Sammy Rosenkrantz and his family, who is a patient at Children's National Medical Center, to join us today. Sammy and his family are reminders of the importance of this cause, and we look forward to helping more children like Sammy in years to come. I'd like to recognize the special guests in the audience. Please hold your applause until all are introduced, and stand as I call your name, please. Phil Stewart.
Already standing.
Race director. Very important man. Let's see, Chris Rowe from CUNA Mutual Group. Tim McAdoo, CUNA Mutual Group. Rob Goodwin from Co-op Financial Services. Anthony Demingong, NAFCU, National Association of Federal Credit Unions. Felicity Guerin. Felicity? Great, and there's other people here too, so welcome and thank you all for being here. Our first speaker for today is Ken Kramer. Ken is the CEO of the United States Senate Federal Credit Union. Ken, come on up. And everybody
Well, thank you, everybody. Good morning. It's a privilege to be here with you today as we celebrate the raised awareness and financial support for Children's Miracle Network hospitals. It's an honor for the United States Senate Federal Credit Union to once again partner with our friends from Congressional and as sponsors for the Capitol Hill competition. I would like to thank the Congressional Federal Credit Union representatives here today. There's several of them out there. I can't name them all. As well as we have several representatives from the United States Senate Federal Credit Union here as well. And I can't name all of them as well. So I've over my 2 minutes is the reason I can't. So, you know, it's really nice to have them. So thank you for all of your efforts here to help make this happen. And through this friendly yet competitive race within the race, we'll call it, or at least that's what we call it in our office. Runners from both the House and Senate can come together and actually do something that's really needed, and it's a common goal to help support our children in the Children's Miracle Network hospitals. I did hear some very interesting statistics. Over 16,000 children are actually treated at the Children's Miracle Network hospital's emergency room each day. And 1 in 10 children in North America will be treated annually at the various different hospitals. That's quite a huge task, and I think it's really nice that we can come together and help support that task. So, and it also allows us as the people of you know, the local community here to really focus on what's important, and that's for the children and the people that support those children. So on behalf of the Board of Directors, management, and staff of the United States Senate Federal Credit Union, we look forward to many more years of continued support through this little competition. And I'd just like to say thank you. And once again, we are honored to participate in such a great cause. Thank you.
Great, thank you, Ken. Now we have Mark Lovato, Vice President of Service and Solutions for Congressional Federal Credit Union.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much, Teresa. We are honored to be here today to help support the Cherry Blossom event again this year. We are delighted that we can have staff here to help hand out T-shirts and the bibs and really participate in the race on Sunday as well. Having the Senate, Libby and her folks here, we really appreciate their help. It's nice when you have wonderful partners to work with, because sometimes it seems like you're herding cats, but it works out well. And I'd also like to thank Sarah Turner. I just realized that she has been doing this for over 16 years, so a little round of applause for her. And also recognize Phil Stewart, who I just understood has been doing this for 26 years. So round of applause. And I am actually running this year. In the past years, I've run the hospitality tent. And Phil has been kind enough to make arrangements to have somebody there with a calendar to time me. But without further ado, I also want to just appreciate the help that we got from Senate Federal Credit Union to co-sponsor the Capitol Hill Challenge. And you can see the trophy right over here by Phil and Libby. It's interesting. I've made a couple trips over to Congressman Blumenauer's office to present the trophy, and when you do that, you have the other offices come out and say, we're going to get it this year, we're going to take it away from you. But to Teresa's point, the names of the teams are very, very interesting. I think he was Red, White, and Blumenauer, which is a good name. So good competition, and thank you all for your participation. Sammy, come up here a second. Give me some more skin. Who's your favorite football team?
Redskins.
He and I had a chat earlier, and I tried to convince him that it was the Denver Broncos, but he just, I couldn't turn him. He's dyed in the wool Redskins fan. So thank you all very, very much.
I was going to say the Dallas Cowboys. I was going to give us a kid. And now we have Ryan Donovan, Chief Advocacy Officer for the Credit Union National Association.
Thank you, Teresa, and good morning, everybody. Credit Union National Association is proud to be a sponsor of the Credit Union Cherry Blossom 10 Miler. This is our 16th year as well. And credit unions from all across the country collaborate to secure the title sponsorship in order to raise awareness about credit unions on Capitol Hill and to support Children's Miracle Network hospitals at the same time. This has really become an international effort. We have not just this race, but we also have the Sacktown 10 Miler in Sacramento and 2 Freedom Runs, one at Camp Arithian in Kuwait and at Wiesbaden Army Garrison in Germany. It's a great example of the credit union difference and credit unions putting in action their philosophy of people helping people. It also helps support a broader campaign on behalf of children's hospitals. Since 1996, credit unions, our system partners, our state leagues have raised over $160 million through Credit Unions for Kids, a national cooperative effort to raise funds for local CM and hospitals. In 2016 alone, credit unions raised over $12 million for these hospitals. This makes the Credit Unions for Kids program the 3rd largest sponsor of Children's Miracle Network hospitals, 3rd after only Walmart and Costco, pretty big names. Over 3,000 individual credit unions, the vast majority of state credit union leagues, and many credit union system partners actively fundraise for their local hospitals throughout the year. And these donations are used to support research and training, to purchase equipment, to pay for uncompensated care. And what I think is really important is that 100% of what is raised stays in the local communities. Just as a former runner of this race, or someone who's run in the past, the one thing I also wanted to do was just thank the volunteers and all the race organizers for all the work that they've done to put on the race and to keep the runners safe. And I wish my best good luck to all the runners participating this weekend. Thank you very much.
Okay, Catherine Safety from NAFQ is going to come up and talk for a moment.
morning, everyone. It's an honor to be here to represent NAFCU, the National Association of Federally Insured Credit Unions. It's funny, I'm from Arlington, Virginia, and I'm from a running family, and I never knew that the Cherry Blossom Race was always called the Runner's Rite of Spring. And funnily enough, in my house, March 20th was not the first day of spring, it was always the day of the Cherry Blossom Race. It would always shift every year, and that's literally when we would think this is the first day of spring in our family. So it's great to work for an organization that helps sponsor and is a partner in this race, and it really means a lot to me personally as well. Additionally, what means so much to me this year especially is that I just had my second son, who is 4 months old. And it is the comfort I have in being with an organization that supports this race and the Children's Miracle Network, and living in a community where I know that such a great hospital exists that my children would have access to, gives me peace of mind every single day. So as you all know, credit unions are committed to bettering the communities they serve, and I cannot think of a better example of showing the power of communities than by bringing thousands of people together to enjoy our nation's capital and to celebrate the Children's Miracle Network. Thank you.
Well said. Mary Patuk, Vice President of Corporate Communications from PSCU.
Thanks, Teresa. I'm delighted to be here today on behalf of the 1,800 employees at PSCU who enthusiastically support efforts to help kids and build awareness of credit unions. Our cooperative PSCU is celebrating its 40th anniversary this year. We are built, owned, and operated by credit unions. We work with credit unions coast to coast to provide credit cards, debit cards, bill pay services, all supported by a call center to deliver a positive member experience. PSCU is proud to continue its long-term financial support along with our co-lead partner CUNA Mutual Group of the Credit Union Cherry Blossom Run. We want to see Credit Union or Children's Miracle Network hospitals reap the benefits of the significant credit union financial donations. This event would not be possible without the help of hundreds of credit union volunteers, and to each of you we say thank you. The kids are the reason we're all here, and for me this event is more than a good cause, it's personal. My credit union friends, you guys know the story, but my family, for our family, working with the Children's Miracle Network Hospital was life-changing. I'm a mom of 3 kids, and my youngest was born with a congenital heart defect. At the age of 8 months, Emily was declared a failure to thrive. It's not 3 terrible words that it just needs her erased from the medical community. But the good doctors at our children's hospital in Atlanta went to work, and 22 years later, I'm happy to report that Emily is happy, healthy, college graduate, no dogs, working for the Georgia House of Representatives. So it's all turned out very wonderful. Our experience at the Children's Hospital has never left me. All parents of sick kids, and you guys can totally relate to this, like credit unions, share a very, very common bond. So to the employees of Children's Miracle Network, please know that the kindness expressed by your doctors, your cafeteria staff, even the folks in the parking lot doesn't go unnoticed. I stand by my conviction that the world would be a much nicer place if everybody spent a night in the Children's Hospital. So now it's off to the races, or the race, so good luck from the PSCU team to all the other runners of the Credit Union Cherry Blossom Run. Thank you.
Linda Albrecht, Sales Executive, CUNA Mutual Group.
Thanks, Teresa. How fortunate are we to work in this great community of credit unions who are always looking for ways to give back? Good morning. I'm Linda Albrecht, and along with Tim McAdow and Chris Rowe, we are honored to be here representing CUNA Mutual Group. CUNA Mutual Group is proud to help sponsor this event and has been doing so from the beginning. Couple key reasons. The work that Children's Miracle Network hospitals do is critical and in many ways groundbreaking work. This race is what it supports is a key event that credit unions have rallied around and is one additional way for CUNA Mutual Group to demonstrate our support of the credit union industry. We are founded on the cooperative principles of people helping people. This race is what it represents and why we are here. Again, people helping people. Recently, I overheard an interview on TV of a woman who, through her photography business, was giving back to her community by offering free photo shoots for families with sick and disabled children. When asked what drives her to do this work and give away so much of her time, she responded with, "You've not truly lived until you have done something for someone who can never repay you." Her comment reminded me of the work that everyone does to prepare for and make this race a success. To wrap up, just this morning, I received a quote through my quotes of the day on social media. The heading was, "Who can you help today?" And the quote was from Ronald Reagan. That quote was, "We can't help everyone, but everyone can help someone." Each and every person involved in the Credit Union Cherry Blossom Race is making an impact in the work done through Children's Miracle Network hospitals. That is why I am honored to be part of the many, knowing that whatever small impact I have may help improve the life of a child. On behalf of CUNY Mutual Group, and with all the runners, we wish all the runners good luck. Thank you to everyone who helps make this race possible, organizers, runners, and volunteers. Have a great day.
Okay, who's next? Our celebrity runner, is our celebrity runner here? No? Okay. Is he coming? Yes? Okay. Okay. So I'll just introduce him, and he walks in, you can say, "Hey, Stanley!" Our celebrity runner is Stanley Kabeni, who is a top U.S. runner. He just placed 4th, only 7 seconds behind the winner at the U.S. 15K championships, and he lives in Colorado Springs. So when he comes, I'm sure he'll be very popular over there with Phil. And finally, the reason why we are here, I'd like to ask Meredith Daly, Assistant Director at Children's Miracle Network Hospitals, Children's National Health System. I'm not sure if I said all that correctly. Is that correct? Okay. She will introduce Sammy and his family. So why don't you come on up.
Hello everyone. Before I get to introduce this wonderful family that I know you are all dying to hear speak, I would like to take a second to thank you all in this room, everyone in this room and not in this room who has helped put this event together. I have had the privilege of running the 5K, not the 10-miler, in the past and truly saw how magnificent of an event this is. So I'm excited to work it from this side this year. And without further ado, the Rosencrantz family.
We share really 2 special connections to this race. One is our lifelong commitment to sharing Sammy's story and really articulating our passion for the need to raise money for children's health. The other is not quite so serious, which is that Phil Stewart, who not only has been managing this race for so many years, but the night that Taryn went into labor with Sammy, our dog got loose, and Phil used his amazing speed to track down our dog. He was our next door neighbor at the time. So, but you know, this week some of our biggest problems were making sure that we could get Sammy to basketball, baseball, and soccer all on time. But when he was first born, at 2 weeks, he went into congestive heart failure, and we knew at that point that he had a congenital heart defect that needed to be repaired, but the doctors wanted him to wait for a number of months to get a little bit bigger. He was only 8 pounds at the time, and we rushed him to Children's here in DC, and they took such great care of him. He ended up having open heart surgery when he was 5 weeks old, and had a full repair, and within 3 nights he was home, only on Tylenol. And so, you know, to us that was not only a miracle, but it also was really the completion of a process that was just terrifying. So the only thing more terrifying than that experience would be, imagine if you had that situation but you didn't have care, you didn't have access to care, you didn't have access to some of the best specialists in the world, which we do here. We're fortunate to have in the DC area at Children's. And so our passion and our commitment is to make sure that we tell his story, but not only the experience we went through, but the great outcome. And thanks to folks like you that raise money for these causes, you are helping to take the terror out of the situation for those families that can't afford to have access to care. You're also helping to invest in research that can look for new surgical techniques and new approaches to generate the best outcomes for these kids. 20, 30 years ago, kids that had what Sammy had, they would not have made it. And so, thank you for everything you're doing to make this happen. And I hope the race is not only a fun event for everyone, but I hope that it continues to inspire people to dig in and volunteer their time and their resources. You want to say something, Sam? Okay.
Thank you.
You want to say one more thing?
Good luck, runners.
Okay, so I want to thank our speakers and attendees for joining us at today's conference. We look forward to your continued support, and hopefully we'll see all of you at the race on Sunday, if not a million times between now and then. Let's see, do I have to say this? If you signed up as a runner using your house ID, please stick around to pick up your race bib. Anybody here? That's okay. Yeah, that's okay. Okay, so now we have the most important thing is the check presentation. So can I get, who are we having come up here?
The family.
The family to come up?
How about Phil Stewart?
Bill?
And the speakers that were here.
Okay, come on up everyone. Let's go someplace behind, and so the podium's not in our way here. And we'll present the check. So this year, we are so proud and honored to present a check to Children's Miracle Network Hospitals in the amount of $580,485. Everybody got it?
If I could get a photo.
Sure. I love it. I love the hat. That's perfect.
All right, very good. Let's have you jump up and have you just been on this end. Excellent, I have everybody.
There you go.
Okay, on three, 1, 2, 3, and one more, 1, 2, 3. Thank you guys.
Thank you.